Hello, my friends. Welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. This is Jennifer. Well, guys, I'm back this week with a little bit of show and tell. I still have done almost no sewing, but I'll get to that in a second. Quick update. My hand is getting better. I sprained my wrist. I'm able to put my rings back on. The swelling has gone down on my fingers. I actually couldn't get them off at first because my fingers were so swollen, and then I had them off for a couple of weeks. I have less numbness in these three fingers, and I'm starting to be able to use my thumb a little more. That was my big problem, was my thumb and my pinky were just not cooperating, and it's hard to do anything without a thumb. So I am spending more time out of this. But if I'm doing anything with my hands, I've got it on so I don't overextend my wrist. So I have been able to do a teeny tiny bit, and I'm very excited to share. I decided that working on my machine embroidery for the bookcase quilt was a little too much right now. I'm just going to put that on hold until I have full use of both hands. I pulled out, my mending was backing up. So I pulled out my mending and I looked to see what I had. And one thing was sort of mending. It was more of an alteration, which was this apron. I actually got this at IKEA a while back. I've been meaning to make myself a new apron. I have an apron pattern. I had fabric pulled, and then I ran across this and it was my colors. And so I picked it up. I brought it home and then realized that it was packaged, so I couldn't really look at it. And it had the crisscross straps, which I don't really like. They don't work well with my figures. So I took the straps off and I made the crisscross straps the ties for the back. And then I had some leftover cotton webbing. This was exactly the amount I had left over. Black wasn't exactly what I wanted, but I was using what I had, and I figure if it drives me crazy, I can change it later. So black webbing, and then I've got a tie, and it works perfectly. So I'm very excited about that. This has been sitting in my sort of alteration update mending pile since I went to IKEA probably a month ago. So that was the trip when I got the little plushies as well. So very excited to get this in rotation in my red kitchen. The other thing that I did last week was I gave the Cricut another go for making Hexis. You guys were very encouraging, and I wanted to explain that often I work my way through frustrations in other parts of my life with crafting, but if I get frustrated with a project, I tend to walk away from it, put it aside, work on something else, because I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy the process. I want to enjoy just being in my happy space and working on things. So I walked away from it, and then I went back to it actually Tuesday afternoon. So it was last week after my video came out. I went back to it. I tried it again and had much better luck. I changed the fabric type. Originally, I was just using cotton. I changed it to medium fabric. Cotton was an example, medium fabric. And I used more pressure, which I think that's probably what did the trick more than the fabric change. But that seemed to do it. I still had a couple of little spots that I had to snip with a scissor, but for the most part, they cut out beautifully. And I managed to cut all the fabric that I had already ironed. I didn't actually do any more because I don't have a plan for these. I don't EPP. I just thought it would be fun to cut out hexagons. So I don't have plans to work on English paper piecing, but I love to donate to Austin Creative Reuse, which is a craft thrift store, craft and art thrift store. And they don't really encourage scraps. So I figured if nothing else, I can cut these and donate them. And it's just something to kind of keep my hands busy while I'm waiting to have full use of both of my wrists. The last thing I worked on, I did on Sunday. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do this, but I had picked up a very large tumbler at my local grocery store on clearance sale after Valentine's Day. So it's hard to see this, but this is actually, it's stainless steel. This is powder coated, and this part is sparkly red. And red, in case you guys haven't figured it out yet, is my favorite color. So I picked this up on clearance sale and then spent a couple of days thinking about like this giant blank red canvas that I had, and decided I wanted to do something that kind of represents me I love gardening. Obviously, I love quilting, and I love birds. I love cats. I was thinking about all of those things, and I ended up going with like sort of a gardening, ready for spring, guys. So I went for a gardening and sort of quilting theme. So I have a ruler on here, and then I've got some flowers and like these little guys here. These were 3 different images that were available in Cricut Design Space if you have a subscription, which I do. And so I merged these two. I actually cut the bottom off the flowers so that they would fit the way I wanted them to. And then this image is the same as this image, and I just reversed it so that they would be on either side. So I'm trying to hold this mostly with my right hand. And then of course, child of the 80s, I put my name on everything. So I put my name across the front, and I'm really happy with it. It's 40 ounces. It's huge. It's red. It's stainless steel. The inside is, you can see the inside is like this. So this will be my new to-go tumbler. I'm going to clean out some old stuff that I don't really use anymore and donate that to Savers. I mentioned to you guys last week that I have a Raggedy Rescue coming up. I'm going to be doing makeovers for these 2 guys. This is going to be a special gift for my eldest child, and I'm going to kind of wait on sharing what that's going to be, because I'm going to do I think it's going to be one big video that'll be all about the restoration and updates and new clothes for these guys, and it could be multiple videos. I don't know yet. We'll see how this goes. I'm not even going to start on this until I can use both my hands again, because there's going to be a lot of hair replacement, and I'm going to need to make new clothes. They are not too dirty. This guy has a little bit of water damage on his, I can see it right there. Not too bad. And I'll give you a clue. These are going to be sunglasses, because these are way too big for a Raggedy Andy eyes. So these are going to be sunglasses on the makeover. This guy's a little trickier. He is going to have a full hair replacement, and he's got some shadowing from the embroidery thread. So he's definitely been washed in the past, and that embroidery thread bled. I don't know if I'll be able to get that out or not. I'm very big into minor flaws make the character of the doll, so that may just stay. And my oldest kiddo is very open to that kind of thing too. But I will give you a clue number 2. This bow tie inspired this project, and I'm excited to give him a makeover. So I do have a Raggedy Rescue Q&A coming up. I recorded it last week, and I think I'm actually going to do it again, because I thought of a better answer for a couple of the questions. So I think I'm going to record that again probably today, so you'll probably see this outfit again. And I will get that edited and share that sometime in the next month. Those do take me a little bit longer to edit, because they're longer videos. And sometimes I need to swap around the questions and things like that so that they make sense. I've had a lot of questions in the last 6 months or so on my Raggedy Rescue videos. So those are the questions that I compiled, and those are the questions I'll be answering. I want to send a special shout out to my coffee supporters. You guys are fantastic. I have especially appreciated it recently, because that is all of my bills came due for Fandom and Stitches. So I just paid all the Fandom and Stitches stuff. And I will be doing the same with my Sew Hooked stuff pretty soon. So like all the websites, all of the storage, all of that is what coffee goes towards. And anything that's left over, I try to think about, like, can I invest it in things like lighting so that I have maybe a little bit nicer videos for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the support, especially the supporters who leave notes. That's always wonderful. I really appreciate that. I love to know why. I mean, why are you buying me a coffee? What does this content mean to you? It means a lot to me. That is going to be it for me. You guys have a very wonderful week. Have a crafty week. Be sure and stay for the cat cameo, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.